Welcome to Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Wednesday, September 21st, 2016. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. You'd think that if you were a 25-year-old phenom coming off the best season of your career and less than 48 hours removed from a top 10 Olympia performance, that maybe you'd take some time off to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and kick back with your feet up for a day or two. But then again, I guess that explains why there's only one Dallas McCarver. Literally just hours removed from delivering a truly awesome performance at his second career Olympia, McCarver was back in a Las Vegas gym, picking right back up where he left off as he continues his quest to become the next great one. When you factor in his age, the progress he's made in the past 2 seasons, and the current state of the game, it doesn't seem like a huge stretch of imagination to say that in 5 years' time, he could be the next Mr. Olympia. But a whole lot can happen over the course of 5 years. So, we're all going to have to wait and see if Big Country, as he's called, has what it takes to wait his turn in line and be crowned the new king of the jungle. After setting the internet on fire earlier this year when he announced his comeback, it looks like Seth Feroce hasn't been missing any meals lately. Late last week, some new progress photos surfaced of a gigantic-looking Feroce, who seems like he's been packing on all sorts of new muscle as of late. Despite not making any commitments as to where or when he plans on competing again, this new and improved Seth Feroce really seems to have rekindled the spark for the sport he had back in the early part of his career, and he seems to be in a much better place than when we last saw him back in 2013. Seth Feroce is one of the truly unique characters in bodybuilding, and the future still seems unlimited for the ferocious one. It looks like Operation 2017 Takeover is already well underway for rising physique superstar Shanique Grant. After showing flashes of brilliance in her rookie campaign back in 2015, this year the talented Miss Grant really came into her own, winning the New York Pro in the physique division with ease and showing everyone that the future of the physique division is right here. After battling her way back through some unfortunate circumstances that caused her to miss this year's Olympia, Grant looks to be in good spirits and already working her way towards making sure 2017 is a year to remember. From a structural standpoint, Grant is leaps and bounds ahead of the other women's physique competitors. But whether or not she can add enough new muscle to balance out her frame still remains to be seen. The Olympia weekend was jam-packed with stars on stage, both old and new, and yet there was still one very noteworthy star who didn't make his way to this year's contest, and that star, of course, is Kai Greene. Despite not setting foot on stage, Kai did drop a progress photo from last year's prep during the course of this weekend's events, showcasing shredded glutes and that classic Kai Greene muscle we saw earlier in the year during his dominating run of 3 straight Arnold Classics. Judging by what we saw earlier this season, Kai certainly would have held his own had he decided to throw his hat into the mix. But even a 100% Kai Greene couldn't have beaten this year's version of Phil Heath. But unless we ever see them both standing shoulder to shoulder again, we'll just have to continue to keep playing the what-if game and keep our fingers crossed that it might happen again. Improvement season is in full effect for our old friend Dusty Hanshaw. Earlier in the week, one of the hardest working men in bodybuilding was spotted gutting his way through another heavy back training session as he dives headfirst into his off-season, looking to make plenty of new improvements between now and 2017. When he's dialed in and focused, I'm not sure if you can say that there's anyone in all of bodybuilding who trains harder than Dusty Hanshaw. And with all the nonsense we see floating around about overhyped training systems with catchy acronyms, all it takes is one look at a guy like Hanshaw to understand that there's no substitute in this game for good old-fashioned hard work. And the next time we see Dusty Hanshaw on stage, he will be better than before. You know why? Because that's what Dusty Hanshaw does. He goes to work and gets results. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. Check out ironmaglabs.com today. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.